Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NoviSign webinar. Pleasure to have you all here. It's nice to see so many people joining us. My name is Danny. I'm the CRO in NoviSign. This is the agenda that we have for today. We will start with Gil giving a welcome message. Gil, our founder and CEO. We'll do a meet the team. I will provide a business update of what happened in NoviSign in the last few months. Then we'll do a NoviSign Help Center overview via Yana, NoviSign in banks via Gil, product overview by our CPO, Yoav. Then we'll have a very exciting guest, Ori from YCharge, and we'll finish with Q&A. And with that, I'd like to pass it on to Gil to say a few words to welcome us in.
Hi, hello everyone, and welcome and thank you for joining us today for the NoviSign webinar. We try to do this update more and more often, and we know it's July and it's summer, but we still see a lot of you here joining us today, so we really appreciate that and thank you for putting your time and joining us and listening for the latest update of NoviSign. If you don't know me, so I'm a co-founder and CEO of NoviSign. We started the company 14 years ago, with the vision to change the way people interact with the place they're visiting, with the screens. And the nice thing about this journey that every day is bringing new thing, new technology, new activity, new challenges, new customers, new partners. And this is one of the things that make us all happy, enthusiastic, and wanted to keep innovating and going to the next phase. The NoviSign team, solution, sales is growing constantly over the years. And I'm really happy to share with you that this last year is very exciting since we see a lot of good changes, in the industries, in the growth, in the ecosystem. And for the one of you that are with us for a long time, I think you're doing the right things and keep doing that. We'll keep growing, and even it's going to be more interesting and even faster, we believe. And for the one that just joined recently to the digital signage field and whatever we are doing here, I think you just joined in a good time, because these things is keep innovating, growing, and with a lot of changes and things in the world, in the ecosystem, in NoviSign. It's a really good place to be, and at least myself, I'm every day waking up with a lot of energy to keep doing it, and we cannot do it without you guys. So we're very happy that you're here, you're with us, and that you join us today. I will let the other guys continue, and I will have a session later here speaking a little bit about a new field, the financial industry and the banks, that we have nice growth and opportunity there. So with that, thank you, and I will look forward to the next one.
All right. Thank you. A few housekeeping items. This webinar is being recorded. It's going to run for approximately 1 hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes approximately. We will share the recording with all of the registered participants that are here in this meeting. If you have questions, please write them down in the Zoom chat, either now or later on as they come up. We will reply to them during the Q&A session. If you need any help, just contact our team at info@NoviSign, and we'll be happy to help. So again, this is the panel that we have for you today, the NoviSign team and Ori from YCharge. If this is your first time with us in this webinar, please note we've done this a few times in the last few months. We had a November webinar with a special guest of Dvir from Amazon, covering the Amazon signage stick, which we are one of the pre-selected partners in terms of CMS. And we also had a session a few months back this year with a special guest from BrightSign. In the last few months, we've participated in a few global events. In Munich, we've been at the DSSE, the Digital Signage Summit via Invidis guys. It was a tremendous success for us, and we met a lot of you guys that are over in Europe. and some new faces that are here with us today. And also we participated recently in the last month in Infocom Orlando. We've also participated in London and Berlin in the Retail Tech Show and Digital Signage Expo in this last quarter. A few faces here are coming from those events, and it was great to meet you guys there. In the last quarter, we have brought in something very exciting. We've brought in NoviSign to visit us at our HQ in Tel Aviv, and had a management consultancy session and a company presentation. And then we've even went and visited some of our key partners and their customers, like the local Hiltons, banks, medical centers, retail outlets, and we got coverage, nice coverage in Invidis on that. If you recall, earlier in the year, we've had our partner summit in Barcelona a day before ISC, where we brought in the majority of our leading partners across mainly EMEA, but also people from Japan and the US participated. We had some special guests. And this is something we also updated in the last webinar. And we also had a technical summit for the EMEA crowd in Amsterdam in February, in cooperation with Google at Google's HQ in Amsterdam. And we are planning on doing both activities also in the US later this year. A message will be sent out to the Americas partner network and customer base on that. It's going to be very exciting. What we've had in Amsterdam is really 2.5 full days of covering a lot of information regarding NoviSign, how to use it, best practices, advanced usage, and we want to bring this all also over to the Americas later in the year. So that's very exciting. Upcoming events you can still visit and meet with our team. We're going next week to Infocom Asia, and then later next quarter in October, we'll be at the DSE as we've done last year. This is a picture from last year's event, and we're looking forward to meeting you guys there if you will be around. Infocom Asia is, of course, in Bangkok, Thailand, organized by ISC and the Invidis guys. In the last quarter, we've become gold members of Digital Signage Federation, which is very exciting for us. We're doing a lot of activities with the Digital Signage Federation, and that kind of is also good for our ecosystem, our partners, and our customers. Recently, we've gone in the US and we've shot in 4 different states some video testimonials. You can see them in our YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube and you search for NoviSign's channel, you'll be able to see it's very engaging. It's a very good way for, getting a testimonial from either a university like Florida State, healthcare organizations like MFM and ARH, and also QSR network. And I think it's great, certainly for our partners, to see that and to potentially do those things together with their customers as well. We're announcing a few new product rollouts that Yoav in the product session is going to cover more deeply, but of course the leading one, this is not new. We've been working with YCharge for a while, but we've kind of relaunched the aspects of the partnership, and we're working very, very closely together. And of course, Ori from YCharge is going to tell us all about YCharge, what they do, wireless charging in the digital signage space, really bringing a lot of innovation and already getting a lot of traction and success globally with different customers. So that's very, very exciting, and we're very happy to be the exclusive CMS that runs the displays that YCharge wireless chargers. We've also announced this quarter, and Yoav is going to cover it in more detail, but it's definitely something that relates also to the business side, full integration to Zapier, which is a new level of ease and connectivity of thousands of different applications and systems with a click of a button, with zero programming, out of the box. And that really opens up for you guys, our end customers, our partner network, really the ability to connect your own NoviSign instance, white labeled or not, with anything out there. And if you need more information, contact our team and they will be happy to assist you with that. We've also integrated with Amadeus Delphi. For all those of you that don't know, Amadeus Delphi is a brand under the Amadeus company. And what they do is they usually are working with large convention centers, resorts, and so on, where they want to display event information in the displays outside of the rooms, outside of that conference area. And we are able to give those resorts tailored integration so they can integrate digital signage in parallel to the information coming from Amadeus. Very, very exciting. We have big resorts all over the world that are using this technology, and we're happy to see it scale and succeed. If you have customers, if you are using Amadeus by Delphi by Amadeus, reach out to us. This could be something that would save you time and give you additional flexibility. We've also released a new product, what we call Screensaver Digital Signage. What it does, it allows you, if you're working, for example, with Citibank, and you already sold them digital signage and wayfinding and kiosks and whatnot, and you want to give them additional solution that works on their existing displays, Macs and PCs or different monitors that they have for the employees. When they're in idle mode, they can be programmed to run digital content via NoviSign. So either based on geography or division or floor or campus, you can allow them to communicate with their customers, their employees, in a very, very easy way, and kind of extend your reach with those customers beyond the traditional digital signage into the actual PCs and desktops that they use, PCs, Macs, and desktops that they use. And that is, again, a very, very exciting solution that we see deployed globally. Reach out to us if you need more help, information about that, and help in presenting it in front of your customers or rolling it out in your organization. We've announced in the past release and in the past webinar in integration with Clarity, a Microsoft tool that you can use in free of charge. There's zero costs. And you can add that to your instance. And then via that, you have heat maps and you have session recordings and additional functionality. And what it does, it really gives you the ability to better serve your users, your customers, see what's going on. If there is an error, you can log into that session, see what happened. If someone deleted something, something happened. And it really gives you insight into what's going on in your instance. And again, it's free, a few clicks, and you have that rolling out. We have partners that have implemented it, and they report tremendous success with it and a lot of time saving. And also for big end customers, if they're deployed globally and they have a team that is managing digital signage in Europe, in the US, in APAC, they want to be able to monitor what's going on. This is a great tool that allows them to really succeed with NoviSign and know what's going on with their users. As we've noted last time, we've created the training videos for our partners. Reach out to us to get them, and we'll be happy to share. NoviSign, we're keeping it fresh. We're keeping it innovative, as you've seen, also with a partnership now with YCharge. And we're very happy to win awards and recognition for everything that we have done. If you don't know our team, then this is the leading team that is managing our partners globally. And now with that, I will pass it on to Yana to discuss about our new help center that we have worked on and is about to be released. And Yana is actually leading that effort. So with that, Yana, please take it away.
Hi, everyone. I want to give you a sneak peek at something we're working on, the new NoviSign Help Center. It's not live just yet, but it's coming soon, and we're really excited about it. The new Help Center is designed to be simple and it's easy to use. Everything is clearly structured and divided into categories. so you can quickly find exactly what you need. It's also fully mobile friendly, so you can access it just as easily from your phone or tablet, or whether you're in the office or in sites or on the move. It's really very comfy and easy. We've also made sure it's easy to navigate. You'll have breadcrumb links at the top of each page to keep track of where you are, and section menu on the right side of every article, so you can jump straight to the part you're looking for without scrolling through the whole thing. We're also refreshing all the content with clear step-by-step guides, helpful screenshots, and practical tips to walk you through different tasks. At the end of the day, making your experience smoother and more efficient is one of our top priorities, and we truly believe this new help center will be a big step in that direction. Thank you, Danny.
Thank you, Yana. That was great. And I think we already have some partners that are eagerly waiting to see the new help center knowledge base up. It's a big project. We're investing quite a lot in it. And we're super excited to finally be at the end of that process and about to launch. With that, I will pass it now to Gil to share his screen and walk us through a little bit of the implementations that we've done recently in financial institutes, banks. Gil, please take it away.
Yes, I will share my screen. So Danny, can you guys see my screen? Or?
Yes, we can see it. Yeah, we just need to move to full screen mode. Perfect.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you. So great to see you again. So I a little bit want to share with you about NoviSign progress in banks. When we started the company 14 years ago, and somebody will ask me, Gil, would you ever go and install in financial institute and bank? And probably my answer would be, well, not probably, it was no. And for many years, it was no. As you all know, we started with small and medium businesses. That's where our focus for many, many years at the beginning. But then a little bit before COVID time, we shifted and we got also more and more internal communication and more big organizations that were starting to use us. But still, it haven't been, banks and financial institutions that go through very tough regulation, very long processes, and it's something that was never at our roadmap. But something changed 2-3 years ago when local partners here in Israel came to us and say, hey, NoviSign, we see that you have a good product, a good name here in the market, in the global market. It's a stable product, it's reliable. People like very much, the easy to use, and on top of all, the security, which is important. And, they actually took us to the banks. And if we're looking at banks, banks, they have more and more screen. They have less and less branches, but more and more screen. And today, when people are entering a bank or working in a bank, they're looking for the experience, for the digital, not only in the online, but also in the offline. And it's very important for the banks, to show that they are modern, advanced, and they are investing more and more in each branch that they build or renovate today, which they are not closing. And also the customer accept that digital will be all around them. So we help them with the NoviSign, to reduce the wait time. We help them to enhance the marketing and boost the efficiency. And today we are seeing more and more screens that are implemented in bank. And a lot of them also are going for internal communications with all the employees in the different campuses, which also what we have for a long time with internal communications with a lot of big organizations worldwide. If we look at that, so we are installed today at 3 out of the 4 biggest banks in Israel. We're installed in Leumi, which is the biggest bank, in Discount, and in the FIBI, the first international bank. And it shows a lot. It shows that, starting from these small moms and pops shops and restaurants 14 years ago, today we are very reliable, enterprise grade. We went to a lot of processes with them in order to get to the point. And I really want to share it with you today so you know that, and also you can take it to your places. A little bit about the banks. So Discount Banks is in the headquarters, in the main building, which they opened recently, like 2-3 years ago. We have 200 different screens around the campus that are engaged on a daily basis with the employees and the visitor of the campuses. Also, we have a lot of integrations with other tools such as Just Eat, which is a food ordering services for the employees, that help them also, not just for the environment, to understand, when the food is coming, what is the status, and a lot of messages between the place and the people that comes to work there. Bank Leumi, which is the biggest bank in Israel, are now in the roll-up phase, and that's installed in many, many places there, starting from headquarters and for branches. And they're actually renovating and redoing the screens, the installation, the visibility, and they use NoviSign for all this rollout. FIBI Bank, First International Bank. This is, I think, the first bank we installed here in Israel for a few good years. Over there, we work with one system that provides them the full turnkey solution. One is one of the biggest IT integrator in Israel with more than 10,000 employees, closely working with NoviSign. They offer their queue management solutions together with the NoviSign Digital Signage, which is fully integrated. And over there, we really do everything for the digital on-site of the bank, whether it's the big LEDs facing outside, as you see here in the picture, or facing inside. A lot of screens towards marketing, promotions, brand awareness, a lot of internal communications, customer informations. And one of the nice things is, again, the combinations with the queue management system, which I will touch now in this slide. So as for the queue system integration, NoviSign is fully integrated with one queue management system, which this system is totally working for when people are ordering an appointment with the bank online or on the phone, or when they come to the branch. Everything is synchronized, and everything is also synced with the NoviSign system in real time. We can offer this solution together with one for big enterprise organization. It can be also a healthcare and other places. But here is this example is in the bank, but we also have a lot of in healthcare here in Israel. So with the one NoviSign solution, this system can be a SaaS on the cloud, or also it can be on-prem, which is important still for some of the banks. It gives a very powerful tool and benefit, and also it's a lot of stickiness system that will stay probably in the bank for many good years. So use cases in banks, as you saw, it's a lobby and welcome screens. It's a queue management system to see all the appointments and then next in line, all the informations about finance, whether it's interest ticker, currency. It's the marketing, branding of the banks. So the bank has to look modern and nice. internal communication, HR, updates, training, it's very important, and alerts and compliance notices that coming on the screen. And just to sum it up, so one of the things for the banks, at least, is security and compliance, which we invest all the time in security, but as time is moving and the risk is getting bigger and bigger, we're investing more and more. And mainly every time we go to each one of the bank and every period of time to just go together with our programmer and test us from all the different angles, very deep test about compliance, security, updates, patches, who is working. So although we have SOC 2, every time when we get to the bank all the time, we upgrade ourselves more and more. So it was important for me to share with you regarding the bank. So because a lot of you are aware of many things we are doing, but probably you less imagine NoviSign in such bank financial institute, and even here we can do like on-prem and not just SaaS for this big installation. So keep it in mind. If you have anything in mind we can do together in this field, just let one of your colleagues in NoviSign knows, or just contact me, and we'll be happy to cooperate with you. With that, I will move it to the next person.
Yes, thank you, Gil. And now over to Yoav to give us an overview on the product.
Okay, hey guys, let me find my video here. You can see me. Okay, now
We can see.
you can see. Great. We present. Sorry. Okay. Present. Let me share. I hope you're enjoying presentation
Maybe
so far.
until your
Yeah.
slides will come up, Yoav, I just want to give a reminder to everyone to write questions if you have on the chat here in Zoom, and we will collect them. And right after Ori's session, which is coming up after Yoav's, we will start the Q&A and we will bring up your questions. Thank you.
Okay. I'll give, as usual, my product update. Again, it's very nice to see that every webinar we have more and more participants, which is great. I was asked to repeat some of the stuff from the previous webinar, so I'll do a quick, so I'll discuss on what we have released, the key features, and we'll discuss about the recent releases and what's coming down the pipeline. Programmatic. We see huge growing interest in programmatic. Programmatic, basically, it's automated real-time buying and selling of digital ad space. It means that you can put a screen. You don't need to go every day or every week to the platform and handle the creative, schedule new ads. The platform is handling everything for you. And basically the benefits that you're getting efficiency, real-time optimizations, cost effectiveness, and basically advertiser can bid in real time for ad placements, and they have their own AI and algorithms to decide the best ad to put in each place. And as a platform owner or a screens owner, you're just sitting and basically collecting the funds. They ensure that the relevant ads reach the right audience at the right time. And today we support Adomni, Vistar, TAIV and Perion or Hivestack previously. So you can monetize your screen with the ad inventory and do everything automated, so almost hands-free. And we see, as I mentioned, growing demand, and we'll discuss some more. So we started last year, we had only 2 vendors. We had Vistars and Adomni. Then we added Perion, Hivestack. Recently, we added TAIV, and there are more to come. As for usability, we added the support for portrait screens. This was one of tickets that we saw repeating. There are some Android devices that do not support built-in rotation in the device. For example, Amazon Digital Signage stick. And with that, we can support any orientation now without you needing to build strange creatives on the side. In addition, we added enhancement to the media placement. Instead, you don't need to crop, you don't need to resize. We have options to fill, fit, and stretch. So the creative looks great without black bars or white bars on your screen. The cool feature of the quarter was widgets rotation. And we see a lot of creativity and nice screens and creatives from this one. So feel free to use it, rotate, and be creative. The recycle bin was asked for a long time. And again, it came from partners, it came from customers who accidentally deleted creatives or content media and were not able to restore it. So now we have on the right side, on the settings, you have your recycle bin, and you can safely delete. But if you did it by accident, you can go and restore your creatives quickly. We spoke about the manual work that we want to reduce, and we'll do more very cool things in the next quarter or two. So we roll out Quick Link, which is a very easy way to pair a screen or set up a screen to the system. All you need to do is scan the QR code. It's fully live, fully functional. If you have any feedback, feel free to reach out. But we got great feedback. People love it. And we see they increase the usage with every installation. Danny gave a brief introduction on Microsoft Clarity. If you're not familiar with Microsoft Clarity, is basically a free tool. So you don't need to pay for it. You don't need to put your credit card. It's a free behavior analytics tool developed by Microsoft. It gives you heat maps, session recordings, and user insights. So you can use it, first of all, for your support, because you have full recordings of the user sessions. So you can see where they went to in the product, what they did exactly, and where they are struggling. And we'll give you user insights, how many people use the platform, on which devices, locations, and basically you can learn a lot how users interact with your signage portal. This is a screenshot from their dashboard, and on the setting you can see on the how to put your key to NoviSign, but you get plenty of insights and full screen recordings. We added the folders, especially for large deployments. It was a long pending request. So on the playlist, you can now organize it by locations, by campaigns, by whatever you need using playlist folders. Catalog allows us to import more stuff. It's part of our focus for last quarter was to add more and more integrations. So we added the clarity as part of simplicity. We added the catalog service. So now you can take almost any file or external source, and basically we translate it to a language that our digital signage understands, or NoviSign platform understands, and then you can display different things on your screen. For example, what we do in NoviSign, in the meeting room, we have a screen that shows all the birthdays for the day. So basically, we have a spreadsheet. This file reads it and displays who has a birthday this month or today, and you can filter it with our catalog service. Zapier. Zapier is great because now you can connect NoviSign with thousands of apps using Zapier. You guys can automate workflows, trigger screen content, and basically update directly from any tools that you use, like Slack, Calendly, Google Sheets, or one of the many tools that Zapier is supporting, and put live content on your screen. Okay, we have templates for the basic integrations, like spreadsheets and Slack, but you have unlimited potential. You can connect any external source using Zapier to NoviSign. We improved the performance reports, and we're going to invest more in that. So now we have the day view. It's very important to everyone who is working with all the programmatic vendor. I know some of you struggled with Perion or Hivestack because as part of the UAT, as part of the onboarding, they required specific reports that sometimes it took us time to provide. So we decided to add that functionality as a base functionality in the report. And now you can have a breakdown for each day view in your report. Basically, instead of asking for a report for May 1st, generate, May 2nd, generate, you can put a range of dates, and it will break you the performance by day. So it's good for you, for your campaigns, for your monitoring, and also when you're working with programmatic vendors, you can use it as part of the onboarding process, which is now much more seamless. More and more shapes. This was recently, so as part of our improving the creative, you can add more shapes. We had very limited shapes. Now you have much more. And also for partners who has some developers capabilities, we added the custom sign-up API. So basically, you can create your own branded, personalized sign-up page or sign-up flow for your users with your own custom sign-up page. So everything is fully customizable. You don't need to ask for us to add stuff. Take a developer, build a page, and basically it's perfect for any partners or large customers who need to white label the onboarding and really control the flow. You want to integrate to your CRM. You want to send yourself a notification when new users signed up, and so on. This week is a great week because we have a release. So we announced already some of the highlights. In regards to single sign-on, we now support Okta, and we have documentation how to configure that as part of the admin. You don't need to call us. You don't need to open a ticket. Follow the guide, and you can enable Okta. Another great improvement as part of our integration is now, until now, API integration was supported only in Android. To do it with the HTML player, it required a lot of custom work or a complex translation of strings. Now you can go to the studio, create a configuration. In the configuration, add the API, and it will be automatically part of for your web player or HTML player, which includes any player like a Bright Sign, for example. So it's a great addition, definitely for anyone who's using integrations. With Programmatic, we had support for dynamic params for Hivestack and Adomni. Now we have added that to Hivestack and TAIV. It means for people who have a lot of screens, and we have partners on this call who have 50 or 100 screens doing Programmatic. As part of the Programmatic, you know that you need to put a dedicated key or an API key or device ID for each screen. That's how the Programmatic knows which ad to send. This is how you collect your money. This is how we send the playback reports back to the Programmatic vendors. And now you can have one creative to serve unlimited number of screens. So if you have, let's say, 80 screens, you can build only one creative, put, let's say, if it's a Hivestack, you put Hivestack, and the keys will be taken dynamically from a source, external source. So instead of building, let's say, 50 or 80 creatives, you build only one that takes the parameters dynamically. That's what we have recently released. I'm going to, as always, give you a little sneak peek to the future. So we are making improvements to our API. Today, it's a little hard to integrate when you build the creative. You need to have the $ with the custom API. So we are making improvements, and the list will be dynamically built automatically. You just need to pick the selectors. MDM will be a premium feature, but basically you will be able to do a few remote actions or controls on the device. For example, you will be able to reboot the device, do a remote software update, turn the screen on, off, and of course, everything it depends on the device, depends on the screen. Not all the screens support it, not all the Android versions support it, but assuming you have the correct Android version, one of the most recent ones, you will be able to handle all those nice features. Last but not least, we keep looking at the market and looking at trends, and we continue to see strong increase in the adoption of Programmatic. I don't know. I was watching it for the last at least 5 to 8 years, and it was mainly flat until end of 2023, maybe end of 2024. And last year, when we sat in our strategy meetings, we saw that it started to pick up. And I'm happy to see that we see the reality, because we decided to invest in programmatic, and we see that there is a compound annual growth rate of over 10%. We added, as mentioned, the Hive Stack and the TAIV, and I'm happy to announce that now we're adding a fifth vendor, which is Place Exchange, which will be available in a few weeks. So this will give you, as a partners, much more options when selecting a programmatic vendor. You can negotiate, you can see what's working for you, which vendor supports your region, and so on. With that, I would like to introduce our next speaker guest, YCharge. YCharge is a company that offers a wireless power solution. Basically, they utilize infrared light to transmit power over distances. So to me, it looks like science fiction. Where's the days that you can take your phone and you don't need to look for a cable or with your laptop or any other device. So I'm pleased to introduce Ori Mor, who is the Chief Business Officer and founder at YCharge. Thank you guys for listening. I guess we'll see you at the Q&A session. Thanks, guys. Ori, floor is yours.
I looked younger in this picture. Thank you, everyone. I want to thank Danny and Gil for inviting us to this webinar. And I'd like to, before we begin, can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it good.
Okay. So I'll do my best to make the next 10-15 minutes interesting for you. For the very least, you'll be able to go home and to your family and friends and say, I saw this cool sci-fi technology, can't wait to have my hands on it or to have it in my home. But we're here not for coolness factor. We're here to make you more customers, more revenue sources. And if we're successful, that's what we'll do together. Okay, the topic of the seminar, of our part in the webinar today, is the freedom to display, meaning wirelessly powered digital signage, what wireless power unlocks for digital signage. So you have already said that. YCharge is a new kind of electricity. It's where the electricity stops today at the wall, where the plug is. We deliver power over the air using infrared beams. To charge mobile smartphone devices, smart home devices in your homes, but also digital signage and sensors and everything that plugs in. Now, it's okay not to believe us, so seeing is believing. What you see here as a demo is those Lego trains. They don't have batteries. They are all wirelessly powered over the air with this transmitter that delivers power to these devices. You can see the beam of energy being transmitted from the transmitter to a receiver device. Everything is safe, FCC, UL, CE, FDA approved. And we are targeting many different verticals. Whoops. Okay. But as we said, we are not here to demonstrate wireless power. We would like to know what wireless power can do for you, how wireless power and digital signage found themselves together. So you probably know it better than us that the best signage spots are sometimes harder to power. Okay, there is no outlet nearby, many prime locations. They lack accessibility to power cords or power sources. And if you do want to power it, it's sometimes costly to run a wire. Gil mentioned going into banks, so we're working together with NoviSign on offers to banks. And in a bank in Fifth Avenue in Manhattan, the cost of moving a socket is a few $1,000s, not to mention the cost of running a wire in the marble floor, which is add a zero to that. It's limited flexibility. Once the signage was installed, it's hard to move it because it's fixed, because the wires, because basically there are so many different constraints. And there is missed communication opportunities. The signage needs to be where it's most effective, not where the power cord is. So there is, as you'd see in a few examples later, that signage and opportunity are not together with where the power is, not always. What do we do to solve it? So we have a wireless power solution. There's a new way to power digital signage with wireless power. What you see here on the left is a wireless power transmitter. What you see here on the right is digital signage. The transmitter delivers power over the air with safe, invisible infrared beam. The transmitter itself is plugged into the electricity and then pumps in electricity and delivers power to the end device, meaning electricity moved from this to here. It's 10 meters range. The device now doesn't need wiring, outlets, or battery swaps. It's efficient and sustainable, and it's already certified. Now, if you have digital signage that is wirelessly powered, let's imagine what it opens up. You can install the signage anywhere. Now, anywhere means also where wiring was impossible before. No visible cables, it's clean, it's aesthetic, it's faster deployment. Sometimes it's just a click of the transmitter into a track light and the entire installation takes less than 30 seconds. Actually, our record is 37 seconds, but we will get it better. There is the flexibility to move the displays. We are now installed in Silicon Valley, one of the known tech companies there, and they want to be able to move the sign around from one place to another. Now that the power is delivered over the air, they are not constrained by the cable. It's sustainable. The devices that we offer are very sustainable, and obviously you can update content with NoviSign CMS. We currently offer two types of solutions. One is the Y poster. It's a wirelessly powered digital poster based on e-ink technology, which means it's a large format, 31, soon coming 75-inch, and also a smaller one, 13-inch, Spectra 6, that has beautiful colors. As you can see here on the stand, you can move it around from one place to another, or you can install it on glass, lobbies, next to the elevator, inside the elevators, where it is usually very expensive to run a wire, all without these constraints because it's wirelessly powered. This is one device, one type of screen. The second one, we call it, if the first one was Y poster, the second one, we call it the Y spot on the spot. This is wirelessly powered LCD displays. Mainly, it was designed for retail, but then it found itself to office and commercial real estate. It's a small form factor LCD, 5, 7, 9-inch, that you can, again, place anywhere you want without cords. It allows the flexibility. It can move around, or it simply is super elegant for prime decor. Now, we started by saying that the best signage spots are the hardest to power, but now they become easy with wireless power. So few examples of how to imagine a future environment. Corporate environments are full of glass. full of glass walls. Imagine this performant dashboards with Slack integrations. Where would you put it here? Now you can put it on the glass without running any wires or keeping this look super elegant. Another example is wayfinding and announcements, not on the wall where the power is in prime location where people actually see them. Again, unlocked with wireless power. Going back to information and occupancy displays in office spaces, do you want to see a wire here? Do you want to clutter or make this less elegant? Probably the answer is no, and this is something that you can now offer to your customers. Let's look at a few use cases to see how the technology is deployed in real life. While I know the focus is not retail, we are also deployed in retail, so there would be few examples here. By the way, do you hear the audio from the video or not?
We just hear you.
Okay, so let me just again share again, and this time I think.
As you do that, Ori, just a quick note from my side.
Yep.
Actually, if anyone has a question, please be free to use the Q&A section of Zoom here and write down your question. We already got a few good ones, and we will run them in the Q&A session. Please add additional ones if you have. Thank you.
Thanks, Danny. So I'm not gonna run the full video otherwise Danny and Gil would say I took more time than I was allowed. But you can see here an installation in Ace Hardware.
I'm Josie George. I'm the CEO of Dolphin Digital.
Where
Dolphin Digital is a signage
the
company.
Displays are in the store.
We partner with retailers like Ace.
Store level or combination.
And there is a content management system by NoviSign, obviously, and additional analytics by Whitechart.
One single screen and one store.
But what I wanted to show you here,
because they all face the same challenges. Now you are able to influence your customer,
telling the story next to the customers,
the promotions, what you.
And here again, displays mounted on cooler doors without wires, very elegant, and show engaging content in the relevant place.
Track of how the customer move around.
Second example is Adidas retail store, where Adidas has a lot of content, a lot of digital content, but they can't get it to be next to the products. With Whitechart, this is enabled.
אדידס כמותג מוביל בתעשייה דוגל בחדשנות ויצירתיות. פגשתי את וואי-צ'ארג', כאלה שחולקים איתנו את אותם ערכים, ואת המוצר המהמם שלהם וואי-ספוט. מציג תוכן דינמי שתופס את מלוא תשומת הלב של הצרכן. רק תוכן חי, בועט, שמאיר את המוצר לחיים.
What it allows customer engagement, and it also applies in commercial real estate with buildings, engaging the customer where it's actionable and where it's relevant. This is more relevant, is another case study on office and actually office information display. You're probably all familiar with this aquarium-like meeting rooms, and you want to install displays without the messy, ugly wires, and you don't want to be limited to black and white e-ink. So this office building in Virginia had an even bigger problem. It was a shared space. It is a shared space, and they have a very elegant interior, as you would see, and they had sliding glass door, but they wanted to let people know what rooms to be used and which rooms needs cleaning. Everything from a CMS, everything controlled remotely for operation. Wireless power sold it. We sold it for them. Hundreds of displays, 100 displays, three-story building, or was it 6? I don't remember. Wirelessly powered, no wires installed anywhere. They liked it so much, so they started installing it on standard walls. You can see here the displays, and you can all wirelessly powered, obviously. That was the first generation, and the transmitter hidden elegantly in the ceiling. I think that here you can see them also here. You can see here on the left an example of putting a display on sliding door. And here on the right, once they got used to it, they installed these 100 displays without a single wire to be run, without a single drilling. Saved them a lot of money and a lot of time installing these. So why are we here? Okay, we're here because of you. We want to unlock you, new installed, new customers, to differentiate your offering and to unlock new revenue sources. When a digital signage can be placed contextually where people dwell, where people spend time, where people are staring at the wall, that's when this becomes a powerful tool, and the building has a voice that you can now make accessible without making this beautiful lobby messy with power cords. The technology is exciting. You will find it in your homes in the, I don't know what the near future is, but in the not near future, you wouldn't be able to understand how we suffered all these wires and this dead battery anxiety. To conclude, digital signage can be powered over the air. Small format LCDs or large format e-ink posters for office, banks, retail, hospital, airports, whatever. And last but not least, NoviSign inside. So you're already used to the CMS. For you, it's seamless. For your customer, it's seamless. Let's make a lot of money together. Thank you.
Thank you, Ori.
Yes, thank you, Ori. That was very interesting, and we got a lot of questions, a lot of them for you, and some of them for Yoav. So thank you everyone who left their questions. I'll be answering as many as I can in this Q&A. I'll start with a question we had earlier about TAIV and Perion, if it's available in the UK. Yoav, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sorry, can you repeat?
If it's available in the UK, TAIV and Perion.
I believe, I don't know. We need to check them. I know we have European customers. I don't know the specific. We would need to take it offline.
Okay, we'll take it offline. We'll note this down.
I know we have customers in UK, but I don't know if the deployment is in UK or in another country. I don't know. Maybe Danny know. If not, we need to take it offline and get back to you.
Okay, thank you. Ori, a question for you. I got a few of them. A question here is if it's a device that can be installed on any screen or monitor, or if it only works with specific screens and monitors provided by Recharge.
Currently, the LCDs that we support are provided by Recharge, and we cannot power other screens currently. The posters we can power different brands. Any ink large format display we can power.
Okay, thank you very much. I have another question here, also for Ori. How do you see wireless power shaping the future of digital signage and AV installations over the next few years?
I think the best way to think about it outside retail. Okay, let's put retail aside. I'll tell you my thoughts about retail. I think that offices and commercial real estates are becoming more and more sophisticated and elegant, and it's all about glass everywhere. I think wireless power unlocks the ability to install. Right now, everything is determined by where is the power outlet. When you get rid of if this constraint, you can start installing stuff in prime locations and can communicate. The display is a communication tool. It's a voice. So I expect, and this is what we're hearing from architects and from designers and from facility managers and from building management, they want to have this voice, and they want to have it, but without cluttering and without making their places full of wires. So I expect it to be all over the place. In retail, it's a bit different because I don't think we are focused here on this webinar on difference, but think of it in the following sense. Google Ads are influencing people when they buy online. Screens should be influencing people when they buy in physical stores, but the screens should be next to products. It doesn't help to influence someone at the beginning of the store, at the store entrance, and by the time he's somewhere, he already forgot. So we expect to see it more and more everywhere.
Great, thank you. That definitely answered the question. I have a question here. Hope someone from our team can answer. Otherwise, we'll of course answer afterwards. If the screensaver is available for on-signage instances, if it's HTML based, can we answer that question?
Generally, the answer is yes. I would encourage whoever wrote the question to connect with us, and we will drill down more and investigate exactly what is needed.
Yeah, but the answer is yes. The simple answer is yes.
Yes.
You can use it. Use it. Not you can use it, use it.
Great. Let's take another few questions. We have quite a few from to Ori also. We have one here about in retail, if there's a risk of theft, how can these units be installed securely?
I'll tell you an answer, and then you'll decide for yourself. We don't know why these are not being stolen yet. We installed in Sao Paulo in Brazil, in Carrefour, and they weren't stolen. We're installed in LA for I think 2 years now, and they're not being stolen. I have no idea why. They can be clipped, and there is an anti-theft, but real life tells us that they're not stolen yet, so far.
Well, that's good. Happy to hear that. Long may that continue. Let's take one last question here. A question for Ori. We have some customers where the solution can fit. How can we get more info to share with our customers?
Contact us through our website, through my email, through our CMO. I think we shared the contact information, but why charge on the website? There is a contact form. We are supporting everyone.
Great, thank you. Yeah, I encourage everyone to visit the website if they want more information.
www.wi-charge.com.
Great. You can also contact us. We know exactly how to find the YCharge guys. Thank you very much for everyone for participating in this webinar. We're very excited to have seen everyone here. With that, we will conclude. Have a good rest of your day, and thank you for participating. Goodbye.